Well, this is Meredith Burkage, and I am absolutely delighted to have an opportunity today to speak with Cami Boehme. She is such a valuable part of the Veridian community at the corporate office. She is brilliant, she is talented, but most of all, she is deeply compassionate and caring person. And so I'd like to go ahead and just kind of start out. There's a big difference. Something you taught me, Cami, is the difference between a marketing and a brand. So in this company called Veridian, what is your perception of how that vets out?
Well, thanks, Meredith, and I'm happy to be here as well. So first of all, I want to talk about just what is a brand. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, a brand is a sum total of how you feel about a product or company. It isn't what's on the brochure. It isn't what's on the tagline. It isn't what it looks and feels like. It's not the colors. It's what the company is. It's what you stand for. It's what you do. It's what you say. It's what you look like. It's in the decisions of what products you launch. It's in the decisions of how you communicate, of how you operate your customer service. I mean, ultimately, it's all of that, but it's really what a customer or somebody who's interacting with the brand feels about a company. I mean, let me ask you just really quickly, what makeup do you use?
I use Clinique.
And is that driven by price? Why do you use it?
Customer loyalty. It was introduced to me back when I was 16 with a free sample, and it has never let me down, and I feel good when I wear it. I feel proud when I buy it, and I feel confident when I share it.
You just said a word 3 times. That is the key word, and that was feel. That's a brand. A brand is how you feel about a company. And ultimately, that's my answer. It's a sum total of how you feel about a company or an experience.
And so you, as the Vice President of Marketing and Brand, and really the creator of our brand, what does that mean to you? What does it stand for?
Well, for Veridian, again, the Veridian brand is entirely how I feel about the brand, how others feel about the brand. It's the way I know others feel. At its most basic level, if you ask what is Veridian Energy, we're affordably green retail energy company. That's what we do. We provide affordable green energy. But more importantly, at our core, we're a company dedicated to wise environmental stewardship. We're a company with a goal of driving a positive collective impact on our environment for today and tomorrow and having a greater impact on the local economy. That's what our brand stands for. We're a community. We're a community of people who are influencing a global vision for sustainability through the power of each individual choice. And that, for me, is our brand. You know, people ask me, what's the Veridian green? And as everybody on this disc knows, we have a lot of greens. We have a dark green and a light green and everything in between. That's styling. Those are our colors, but that's not our brand. Our brand is our community.
So I'd like to ask you, I mean, on a more personal note, you have owned your own company and you left really a career where you had the variety of working with a number of different clients on different projects. And so what really was it that attracted you to Veridian to say, okay, I am going to focus on one company and dedicate myself to it?
That's an easy one. Like you said, I did work as a consultant for other brands, and I loved that, and it was fun. But there were really 2 problems with that. First of all, and the biggest one, most companies, they want a beautiful brand to canvas somehow another reality that exists, you know, and it's, well, we're going to do this over here, and we're going to ask the branding or marketing department to make it look different. And there's this disconnect, and consumers feel that disconnect. You can't present yourself as one thing and be something different. And Veridian is the exact opposite. Veridian's core values are more than corporate speak. They're more than marketing fluff. They really are, to our employees and to our associates. Our core values are what we hold ourselves to. They drive every decision we make, and we have, you know, authenticity in those promises. And every aspect of our company is driven by that. But the other reason is, you know, every other brand that I worked for, I felt as though in some ways I had to put it up for adoption at the end. You know, I'd work and help a company develop a brand and then kind of say, here you go, and go raise it well, and that's tough. And so with Veridian, when I was first introduced to this company, it was a brand that I wanted to see grow up. It was a brand that I wanted to help raise. And we now have this baby brand that's grown into a little toddler brand, but a company that I cannot wait to see continue to flourish and continue to develop, and to be a part of that was far more than a professional step for me. It was a personal step to say, hey, this is an opportunity. I can be a part of a cause that I very much believe in. I can work for Michael Falquist, who has a vision and a direction for this company that is so authentic and so sincere and so real. And I can come and join a team that is incredible, that includes people like you, that includes Rob McFadden, that includes everyone else on our team that's just amazing, and develop this brand into what I know it has the potential to be.
Well, I can tell you, we have been working very closely, over these last months on the unified system, Cami, and what I have really come to appreciate about you, I've worked with a number of marketing teams and even brand teams, but I have never seen anyone as dedicated as you are to feedback, to collaboration, to hearing directly from the associates and the people that we've compiled. It has been a great experience for me, and it has just really heightened my appreciation for you and what you do, and why I believe that the materials we produce will be unique to anything else in this industry.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. And you can't create something without collaborating with those who it represents, with those who will use it. And that's ultimately what makes our brand strong, is that it's real. And we've gotten to the core of who we really are. And I love the associates in this company. I have come to know so many of them personally. And we have, with our sustainability report that we launched earlier this year, we launched a concept called Generation V on the cover of that. And it was a concept that we were excited about, that we hoped would kind of take on a life of its own. And man, I mean, at the time I thought I knew what Generation V was, and now I even know more as I've come to know each of the people who are a part of Generation V. And really, the concept is it's a call to action on our generation, regardless of our age. I don't care, everyone in this company. I mean, we have associates from 80 to much younger, and it doesn't matter the age. We're all part of this generation. And as I've had the opportunity to meet with and interview so many of our associates, whether it's creating a profile video or a profile story, I've talked with them about their stories. And being on the other side of that camera or the other side of that pencil, I've been able to ask them, what does Generation V mean to you? And for me to feel and hear what, for each of them and each of you listening to this, that it means, I'm so impressed by that and the passion. It means something different to every one of us as it's part of Generation V. It means for some it's about a better future. For some it's about a greener world. For others it's about personal growth and development. For others it's about leadership. But for everyone, it's about answering that call to action and leading the charge of creating this movement. And I have absolutely no doubt that Generation V is going to be the generation that is known for turning the tide when it comes to living sustainably, living responsibly, embracing the opportunity to create a better world. And for me, that's what drives our brand, our company, who we are, is Generation V.
You just touched on something that really appealed to me when I was first looking at Veridian, and that's the word sustainability. It's really creating quite a buzz out there, I think, in the marketplace in general, but here it is our heart. So could you expand on that for just a second?
Absolutely. Like you said, sustainability is at the core of who we are and what we do. It drives everything that we do. And it is a big buzz out there. People talk about a green bandwagon or greenwashing, which is really just companies that kind of see an opportunity to grab a hold of this trend. And for everybody listening, you've been hearing about these trends. But to capitalize on a trend, you have to actually believe in the core of what drives it. We couldn't just come out and slap something up and say, hey, we're green. It has to be who we really are. And it starts with our product. It starts with the fact that we don't offer a green option. Every single one of our electricity customers is providing greener electricity to the grid, whether it's 20% or 100%. But it's more than that. It's the premise and the promise of sustainability, and to us what that means, that it's about anything that can continue to sustain itself. It's about providing a more sustainable future. And we believe that that is part of our products, but it's also part of our actions. So we have our local impact global vision concept that is our sustainability initiative. And that's one of the places I've loved to get to know our associates, to be on a beach, picking up garbage, to be in a neighborhood, cleaning up the neighborhood, to work with the community to help educate why does sustainability matter, to help people become a part of that call to action. And then globally, we've launched our 7 Continents in 7 Years pledge. What an incredible journey, and what a unique concept that we really are putting our actions, not just locally, but also globally. And, have had incredible experiences working with associates planting trees in a deforested area in Brazil. And to sit there and to see everybody working hard, and the sweat and the blisters and the tired feet and everything else that occurred in that experience, and to look at each other and say, this is Generation V. This is what this company is about.
And so, just in closing, then, it's an incredible story that we're writing here at Veridian, and all of you listening to our newest associates, you are a part of this. And so, as we're in really just the introductory, the first chapters of what is going to be decades long of a novel coming up, Cami, if you could leave our listeners with one thing about our story that you would just like them to take this pearl and hold it close to their heart, what would it be?
Well, I love your analogy of a story. That's ultimately what a brand is. It's each little aspect of a company told one chapter at a time, and you can't tell that all on the back cover of a book. Is it about us offering people a choice in their energy? You bet. Is it about providing greener energy to the grid? Absolutely. Is it about us making local impact in our communities? Absolutely. Relationships and the power of building a sustainable business, it's about all of that. But the one takeaway I would say is it's a call to action. Our company, our brand, we're not just a company. We're not just another energy provider. We are a call to action to create something that is better for yourself and for others and for this generation and for the next.
Well, Cami, this has been an incredibly valuable interview, and I hope all of you listening can take this to heart and will listen to it many, many times as you learn more about us and what this community means to you. And we are so happy that you've made the decision to become a part of it. This is Meredith Burkich signing off, and I am Generation V.